so I got to do I got wheel speed sensors from the junkyard too, because when I pulled them off last time I broke them, so when I did the ball joints. So that's what we're going to be doing here today. So yeah, so let's start by taking the wheels off. Let's go ahead and get it lifted up in the air and get to work here. Alright, so getting to your wheel speed sensor. Now that you have the wheel off, you can go ahead and unbolt your caliper, which is a number. It's 14 metric. It fits right on there. Alright, now that you got your two 14mm bolts out, you can move your caliper out of the way. I just usually let it rest up here. That way it's out of the way and there's no tension on the hose. I'm not doing a huge job. You generally want to tie it up out of the way though. Alright. Now on the back of the caliper mount itself has two bigger, well you can see those, but right down here and right up here, right here. Those are number 15 and they're red Loctited in. So what I usually do is get my ratchet set up here. Then I take a cheater bar and then, you know, push down on my cheater bar, and then I usually get those out pretty easily. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, we got our bolts free now. Now if you can get it to where this whole piece comes off together, that's much easier than trying to put the pads back in and all. So I'm just going to pull this whole unit out here. And there you go. Next step is you got to pull these little, to get this brake plate off. Those happen to be 5/16. I don't think this is going to pick it up. Alright, take that plate off and there's your wheel speed sensor. That's where it lives. Joy. We're going to head and pull that out apart and get the new one in. Now that we have the caliper off and the disc and the back shield, I went ahead and unbolted the sensor, and as you can see, you may not be able to see, but the sensor piece, the black piece around it, is still inside that hole. You'll be able to see what I'm talking about right there. There's supposed to be a black cup around that, and if you look down here, if it'll focus, you can see where it's broken off at. Yeah, so you're not supposed to be able to see this copper winding. So I'm going to heat this a little bit, heat this hole here a little bit, and hit it with some PB Blaster and let it soak. And you're going to have to use a pick and try to pull that out. Alright, you can see here, just heated it up a bit, and it's kind of bright out, so she doesn't want to focus, but you see we got it pulled out now. And there you go. Wheel speed sensors out. That's all you have to do. See, that's where she broke off. The sunlight's killing me today. And that's it. Now we get the joy of putting it all back together. Then you got to take off these clips here, here, here. There's one up there too, and then you can pull the plug out from up there. Alright, so here's my junkyard sensor.
Just hit it with a paper towel to clean it up a little bit. Paid $10 for 2 sensors. You can't really go wrong with that. I had to pull them out myself though. You pull it. So I recommend putting some dielectric grease on that seal, just so it won't get stuck in there if you ever have to pull it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna put it in and to the other side. Alright, getting access to this top one can be a little tricky. So what I do is you can actually, it's got a clip, a body clip. You can just pull it right out of the body. There's a little hole up there, and then you can pull it down to work on it. So that way you can get your pick or your really thin screwdriver in there to push the clip in and disconnect it. And that's all you really got to do. And then you just wire the new one up. And to get to that clip up there, just pull your bottom push pin off the splash guard there, and then you can get in there to that one and see it. That's what I do.